Man, got around. OG7 back here. Hey guys, I first and foremost want to congratulate you that have sat through my series on the 5 things you learn about butt grape in prison that changes your life forever. Let me give you a stand ovation. Yeah, you guys did it, especially for you ADHD, attention deficit disorder type, ants in your pants, media gratification type motherfuckers out there who believe in a microwave lifestyle, Pop-Tarts and shit, and frozen food and shit, frozen dinners. So without further ado, man, to show you I appreciate you guys sticking through it, I'm going to get straight to the topic here. The 5 things you learn about butt grape in prison that changes your life forever. And this is the number 1 thing. If you guys haven't watched the other 4 in the series, you're missing out because this is the cream of the crop. This is the cherry on top. This is the icing on the cake with the sprinkles and the candles and shit. But you need the foundation to really enjoy the whole cake. Here's the whole thing, man. The number 1 thing that you learn about butt grape in prison that changed your life forever is that 99% of the men in prison are gay. And I'm pausing for effect because I know what most of you guys say.
Hey, OG sit back, man. What the fuck, man? Like, man, you always say 99% of the guys in prison is gay. And you mean I had to sit through all fucking 5 videos just to hear that shit? I mean, that's fucked up, man.
Hey, Holmes, you know what I mean, Holmes? Hey, Vato, you always speak on the gayness, Holmes. You know what I mean? Love from the homies, having your shit pushed in, Holmes. And you made me waste all of my tiempo watching your videos that you're saying the same thing already, Holmes. Hey, my man, it's kind of fucked up because it's like, you know what I mean, just a clickbait shit I've been talking about. We already know you say 99% of the dudes is gay in prison.
Hey, man, what the fuck, OG? I'm tired of this shit. I'm unsubscribing.
Hey, man, you guys got to do what you got to do, but here's the whole thing, man. It wasn't no clickbait, wasn't none of that. I go way deeper. There's levels to this game, bro. And here I'm going to give you the deep, dark, secret knowledge, man. The number 1 reason that 99% of the men in prison are gay. And it's called the law of 5. So when you take 100 of anything or 100% of anything, you break it down into fifths. That's where you get the 80-20 rule. Because if you take 100 divided by 20, it's 5. Or 100 divided by 5 is 20. So let me get you the first level of this game. At the very bottom, we got 20% of men in any population are what's called bucks. And a buck is like Jack Donovan. These are big, strong, Cro-Magnon type cavemen dudes that won a genetic lottery as far as size and strength and power and speed. And the way that they're wired, bro, they just like going up deep in dudes' buttholes, bro. I mean, even though I got a degree in psychology, bro, I can't wrap my head around it. And I'm going to tell you one thing I've learned, bro. I did an interview with Paul Gunn yesterday. He told me that it's important to become a better person by really understanding other people and letting your ego go. So I recommend this book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People because what it tells you first things first is when you interface with another person, you have to first understand that person, dude. Put all your prejudice and biases aside, bro, and your perspectives on life and your paradigms and really look at things from their perspective. It's called, stepping inside another man's moccasins, right? So, dude, who are you to judge somebody? I don't try to analyze people. I just accept whatever. But 20% of men in all populations are bucks. They might not tell you this, bro. But you quickly get to find this out when you go behind the wall because what happens is, dude, let me tell you something. What's done in the dark doesn't always come to the light, bro. That's a Bible proverb. And it's true for that specific story. But in real life, it doesn't do it. And that's why in prison, darkness falls because, man, in the dark, you get to hide a lot of stuff. So when you're behind the walls of the belly of the beast, if you're inherently a buck, and let's just say your family members or friends aren't around to judge you, and you see some weak little soft dude with some round little soft butt cheeks, man, he can't fight, and he's not affiliated, he's not clicked up, and maybe he's underneath you, maybe he's a subordinate, bro. Some dudes are wired, they just like taking butt cheeks. They just like, it's called a picture. They just like giving it, it makes them feel manly. And if you don't believe that, study the Greeks and the ancient Romans. Watch this movie called Alexander the Great, bro. It's just the way it is. So that's 1/5 of men. Another 20% are just natural bottoms, bro. And I don't know if you ever had like some homies or associates or relatives or friends that they got this natural effeminate behavior. Let's just say like Michael Jackson or Prince or El DeBarge. Now, I'm not saying those guys are gay. I'm just saying that some guys have a propensity for effeminate behavior, and some guys are just beta male cucks, bro. They're beta male bitches. And they just like taking it in the butt cheeks, bro. I mean, bro, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to psychoanalyze anybody. I'm just like a reporter. Some guys, and these are guys you see, they're like the flaming gay dudes, because in prison they just come out flaming gay, or maybe in Atlanta you see them, they're just flaming gay. But even on the street, they don't have to be flaming gay, but you always, they got questionable behavior where you be like, man, is my homie gay, you know what I mean? And if you're like me, I don't judge gay people. I don't hate gay people. I got some gay friends, and I got some questionable friends. But as long as they keep that stuff on that side of the fence, we cool, man. Because I don't judge people, bro. I'm wearing my own way, where I'm a savage, violent barbarian. But I've been learning to control myself, because the more people that like me and trust me and want to be around me, I get more jobs, man. So I've learned to control that and keep it trapped deep inside through counseling and stuff, you know what I mean? And working out a lot. But 20% of men are just bottom dudes. They just like receiving it, bro. They just like receiving whatever you're pitching, bro. Then you got 20% of men, which is another 1/5, what are called switch hitters. And these aren't the bottom dudes and these aren't the bucks, because they got their own category, because it's just how they're wired. But some guys are just like fluid in their sexual relationships, meaning that they want to give and receive. That's why you be hearing some of these rappers be talking about doing 69 with men and stuff. Like, I don't even know if the rapper 69 is gay, but I'm just saying some rappers that are coming out as questionably in the closet or in the down low, they be making videos about eating ass and 69 and all that stuff. And because they want to not just go up in a dude, they want a dude to go up in them with all the other extracurricular activities that go with that, which is, putting your mouth on a dude's pee-pee, or he putting his mouth on your pee-pee or whatever. And they're switch hitters, bro. And I mean, you got to let a person be who they are. But I'm just saying, they may not be openly, flamboyantly gay or even have questionable characteristics. They could just be a regular looking dude, but they're not a buck who just likes pitching, and they're not a bottom who likes receiving. They like giving and receiving. It's just how it is. And then you got another 1/5 or 20% of men, what I call the lady boys. And the reason I call them that, because I want you to understand that these are the guys who are so into their feminine mystique or their feminine energy that they feel like they're a woman trapped in a man's body. So some of these guys, they actually are cross-dressers. They dress up like women on the street. And in prison they'll grow their hair long, put Kool-Aid lipstick on. But here's what separates them from the gay fairies. These guys actually believe that they're women trapped in men's bodies. And they'll go as far as on the street. And even in prison, I want to share this with you. On the street, they're doing what's called hormone replacement therapy, meaning that they're taking more estrogen and they're taking testosterone blockers to push down their masculinity and enhance their femininity. Now, some of these guys naturally grow breasts because, they just, I think all of us have male and female genes in us, from what I understand about biology. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying what I've heard. And so some guys, if you suppress your this is most guys. That's why you see guys on steroids and they go off inappropriately. They get what's called bitch tits, because their testosterone is suppressed and their estrogen is enhanced, and estrogen makes your breast tissue grow. And so some of these guys, when they take testosterone suppressors, their breasts actually grow. And some guys take it a step further and then actually take estrogen, their breasts grow bigger and their butts go rounder and they get hips, their voice gets softer, their arm muscles go away, and their face gets softer, And some guys go even further. If they have the money, they'll get breast augmentation, like they'll get breast implants, BBLs. And then here's the ultimate, and I'm not saying all, but some, they get their baloney pony sliced and shoved up in them. So they have like, it looks like a vagina, but it's not actually a vagina. They still got to be, still got to take it in the culo, Holmes. Now, I hear there's some transgender or transvestites or whatever you want to call them. I don't know the proper name, that had their baloney pony sliced and shoved up in them, and they can have sex. But I don't personally know any of those, but I've heard stories. But the ones that I've heard stories about the most is they reconstruct the penis to look like a vagina, but it's not a functional vagina. They still got to take it in the culo, but when they're in the shower, they feel like a woman. They got breasts, no penis hanging out, and then they got fat butt cheeks. So I'm just saying, some guys don't actually take that step because, like, even though they want to be a woman, they know that's a painful procedure, man, and just to get your nuts and bananas clipped off, you got to be on some savage shit, man. And so if a dude feel like he's a woman trapped in a man's body, I don't know if he's ready to feel that savage pain, because I've seen some documentaries on dudes that have had that done, and none of them are happy. They all want to go back, but it's too late. Your penis has been chopped off, split open. Like, you know how you take a hot dog and you split it down the middle so you can put like onions in it and stuff? That's how they do it East Coast style. Well, they split your penis down the middle and they take out all the spongy stuff that makes your penis get hard. It's because your penis is full of spongy cells or whatever. And then they push it up inside of you, and the plastic surgeon reconstructed like you got a labia major and minor. And then, guys, because this video is getting long, you got the last 20% of men that are like me. Let's just call me. They call us the manly men. I love me some women, bro. That's why for you women that come on here and you be emailing me like, oh, I must hate women and all this stuff and I'm against women. No. I just understand from having daughters and cousins and sisters and aunts and having been married twice and having had so many women I can't even count anymore, I finally understand female nature and how women are wired, and they can't help the way that they are. So when I'm reporting, I'm not, defaming women or talking down about women. I'm just telling you the facts of how women are, especially in westernized culture. And that's why I'm the guy that guys should come to learn more about understanding women, not to date them, but just to understand the playing field, because love is a battlefield, guys. And if you don't understand that, you're going to end up in prison, and here's the problem. That's what I'm saying. The 5 things you learn about butt grape in prison that changes your life forever is that 99% of the guys in prison are gay. So when you go to prison because you don't understand women, bro, you're going to very quickly fall into the 80%, the 80-20 rule. You're going to be one of the 80% of these 4% or 20%ers. You're going to either be a buck, you're going to be a bottom dude, you're going to be a switch hitter, or you're going to end up being a lady boy. Because there's only 20% of men like me that just really love women, bro. No matter what happens, I don't want to be messing with no dudes. And that's why, guys, I'm going to tell you something. I stay out of trouble because, bro, the number one thing I fear in prison is not the guards or the wardens or the bucks or the savages or the gang members, dude, or the murderers or the perverts or the cannibals. The number one thing OG Silverback fears in prison is that I never get to feel the warm, viscous innards of a feminine woman, dude, who is subjugated to my manliness, dude. And to me, bro, that's what life's about. That's why I chase money and power and fame and success. So that I can have a plethora of women, dude, that are subjugated before me. And I can release my savage masculinity while the rest of you guys are doing butt play in the penitentiary.